Hello, welcome back to Knowledge Base. Hope everyone is doing good. Today we'll see how to work with remote data and consume that in an Android application. Let's start. So today's agenda is to create a PCL library where we are just trying to write all the remote services related information, and we are just consuming that particular portable class library in our Android application. So who am I? So myself, Dheeraj Kumar, I'm a mobile application developer. So I'm having around 10 years of experience in Microsoft technologies and working for mobile application development from the past 4 years. You can just even check my blog at www.guntidheerajkumar.com. Let's start. So I'm just going to create a new project where I'm just creating only an empty solution, blank solution. Let's name it sample Android application. So our empty solution is created. Right click and just add a new PCL project. So we'll just select Visual C Sharp and we'll see our portable class library. You can see our shared project is there and the class library which is particularly mentioned as portable for iOS, Android and Windows. I'm just choosing that class library and I'm mentioning it as sample Android application .pcl. So let's delete the default class that got generated, and I'm just right clicking on the project and just trying to add a new class. So here we are just trying to consume one specific web service, which is this one, where we are just trying to pull all the countries information with their respective code. So we are just using this particular web service. You can just consume any kind of service based on your requirements. So for this example, I'm just using this particular service. So for that, I'm just trying to create a new model. Let's just create a model. So I'm just name it as country model. So in that, I'm just going to have two properties, one with country code and another with country name. So we got our model. So now we'll just start with our view model. I'm just creating a new view model where I'm naming it as country view model. So let's start by just creating a constant which holds our web service name. So I'm just taking this web service name and just I'm mentioning a constant string, and I'm just mentioning it as URL. So we got our URL. Let's just create one specific method which actually returns all the country names and the respective codes. So for time's sake, I'm just getting the complete code. So just small snippet. So we just got a small snippet which actually performs a pulling of all the information from the web service. So here I'm just creating a method with name get countries data, where it actually returns a dictionary of string and string, and I'm just using a HTTP client for all the HTTP requests. So let's use that, and we are using JSON convert where I need to get the Newtonsoft. So let's go and pull the Newtonsoft. So I'm just going to NuGet packages. So you see, as it's kind of a popular library, so we just got it in front. So just click on install. Just give Visual Studio some time so that it installs the respective library into your project. So our library got installed into our PCL library. So let's resolve this thing. So we got JSON convert as one specific class. Within that we have deserialized object, where I'm just trying to deserialize whatever the data that I'm getting from my web service into a dictionary, and I'm just holding that into a dictionary, and I'm returning that particular dictionary. So this is what the simple class that we are going to use. So let's just go ahead with creating an Android project. Let's build this first. Hope it won't break. Yeah, build got succeeded successfully. So let's just add one more project, and now we are going to take an Android and the blank application, blank Android application. So here I'm just mentioning it as Android application dot main. Let's so basically, if in real scenarios we don't use this particular conventions for Android applications, we basically start with com dot your domain name. um, uh, this is what the specific convention that we use, the reverse of your website address. So for the sample sake, so I'm just going with a plain version. So I'm just mentioning it as sample Android application. So let's just create this. It just creates in no time. So we'll just wait. So we just got the Android application got created. We see a beautiful getting started page that has come up with Xamarin right now. So let's just go with the complete structure. So we got all the basic structure that is necessary for a simple Android application to run. So we got a main activity, and we got resources where we just had already drawables, layouts, and the values. So we are not going to touch all the other things. So for this demo sake, we are just targeting only one specific XAML file, XML file, and we are just targeting one activity. So let's just go and touch the main.axml file. So we'll design one specific list view where it actually populates all the data which is coming from our portable class library. By the time the file opens, we'll just copy the specific list view snippet. So let's just open in AXML XML mode. So let's remove the basic template created button, and I'm just going to paste this. So here we are just creating a list view where I'm just mentioning the name as countries list view, and I am not specifying any different properties here. I'm just going to use only a base minimal properties that are necessary for this sample thing. So you can just have your own specific properties that are particular to your project or particular to your requirement. So I'm just currently using a width and a height which matches the parent, and which wraps the content based on the content it accommodates the height, and I'm just using an ID. So this is what the basic information that I'm going to take right now. So let's just close this, and we'll just open the main activity. So we just got a sample activity created. So here we see all the specific attributes are already defined, where this defines that this will be the main launcher, and as per the life cycle. So we got one specific method on create, which is the initial point of executing an Android application, which is created for us. And let's bind this particular AXML that we have created with this activity. So for that, we just go with the set content view, and where we just try to pull our AXML name here. So whatever that AXML that is there in the layout thing, so we'll just map with our activity. So resource.layout.main. So this defines that whatever that main.axml, the designer, whatever the design that we have done is will be bounded with one particular activity. So that is what we have done right now. So this is the basic thing, and let's just start with consuming this portable class library. First, we'll just add a reference. So right click, add reference. So we got the portable class library shown here, and just tap on OK. So the portable class library is been referred to our Android application. So we can just use all the respective things that are specified in portable class library right now. So we'll just pull the specific code. So starting with, we are just going to create our object for our view model, and we are just going to use one specific list. Let's just resolve all these issues. So I think we have used country view model, countries view model. Let's see. I think we just country view model, that is the name that we have given. So let's just resolve this. So PCL, we have got this, and we just need to resolve this. We have mentioned it as country. So this is what the first step, and let's just move forward with having all these code. So here we are just using a simple list view, where we are just trying to identify that list view which is being created at XML by using find view by ID, and I'm just trying to cast that to a specific object. What is the kind of view that we are going to pull now? So it is a list view, and we are just trying to refer that with an ID, which will be at resource.designer.cs. So whatever that IDs that got generated, whatever the IDs that we have specified, will be moved to one particular designer class, where we can just see all the IDs that got created. So, and we are using whatever the view model that we have created, and we are just trying to pull the method that we created in the portable class library, get countries data. So as it's kind of an async method, so we are just trying to use await, and we'll just make this method as async. And we are actually returning a dictionary based, as the main reason for me to use this particular dictionary for this example is, so whatever the data that we are getting is coming in name key value pair. So just an example sake, I have just used that particular web service. So you can just use whatever the service that is specific to your project, or which is specific relevant to you. So we are trying to consume that particular method, and I'm just returning the dictionary, and I'm converting that dictionary into a generic list. So I'm just, it's a plain format. It's not that valid right now, but as it's a kind of a sample, so I'm just proceeding like this. So in real time, this is not the way that we need to use. So because whatever the return type that we are getting, so based on that return type, we need to proceed further. So we are having a list view, and we need to specify an adapter. So basically, whatever that list view that we use in an Android application is bounded with one particular adapter. So we got a lot of adapters in Android applications. So the default one that I can go with is an array adapter, or else I can just go with one specific adapter, custom adapter, which is derived from base adapter of a specific type that we mentioned. So in this example, I'm just going to create one specific home screen adapter. Let's just pull that code. So I'll just explain what actually this home screen adapter does. So as it's a specific class, I'm just going to copy and paste here. So let's resolve the names. So we need to bring Android dot views, which is needed for generating a specific view. So let's just go slowly what this home screen adapter does. So as I said, like we are just creating a custom adapter which is inheriting from base adapter of type list of country. So I'm just going to create a specific local variable which is of a list of current country, and I'm just creating a context. So in the constructor, we are just trying to pass the current context and even the items that we are going to populate. So all the specific methods that you see here are basically important for uh, generating or executing a list view. So when we are just going to use a base adapter, so these are the important methods that we need to override. Let's see, if I just remove one specific method, we'll see an error which actually shows that does not implement inherited abstract method of type get item id, which is coming from base adapter. That's what the important method means. So all these specific important methods are being used in this class. So let's just go directly to our get view method. So get view is basically used to display whatever the content that we are actually going to get from the web service. So we are just trying to get the item based on the position. So whatever that position of that list view, so we are just trying to get the country code and the country name. So here we are just trying to use a simple list item style. So there are multiple styles where we can just go with. So for this example, I'm just going with a plain simple list. So this is what the default or a custom adapter that we have made now. So let's just build this. Hope this won't break. Just give a bit time. So Visual Studio builds the complete project. So the build got succeeded, and let's just make sample Android application as the startup page, and I'm just trying to run in my Nexus 4 simulator. Let's just run this application. So you see that my simulator got initialized, and the application is going to deploy in Nexus 4 Marshmallow, which is running in Marshmallow. So you see all the data, whatever the web service data is there, you see all the data is populated in our list view. So this is what the basic simple example how we can just get the remote data from a web API or a web service or a WCF service, so into our Android application. So hope you understand or understood the complete concept of working with remote data in Android application using portable class library. So you can just reach me at the email ID mentioned in the screen, guntidirajkumar@gmail.com, or else you can just tweet me at amdirajg. Thank you so much and have a nice day.